Grand Rising. It's that time again. It's a Wednesday and it's time for Wipeout Wednesday. Hi, I am Dr. Lynn. And if you're on my page, you know that. But if not, I am with the Anew Practice. And we are a group that comes together and just created through Dr. Anew, a safe place where we come together and we just support and work with each other to get to our better selves. That's like the short version. But if you want a more in-depth and long and just really get to know and feel of who we are, check out the Facebook page, The Anew Practice. Hey, Dr. Barb, it's Wipeout Wednesday time. And we also have a website. It's www.doctanew.com. And each day, Monday through Friday, we come on at 10 o'clock on the Anew Practice. We come on and we do self-talk. And that's where we come in and we talk to ourselves and really say those things to ourselves in a safe environment that we really need to hear from each other. Hey, and so we just actually got off of self-talk. It was really, really, really good today. So I suggest that you go back and look at that because it's on Facebook and that's on the Anew Practice. And even if you look on my page, because I share it on my page. So check out the video because it really, really was good today. It really, Dr. Anew took us to that space and place of us going in and creating, like speaking what we want over our lives and being in the feeling of that and being in the zone of that. And it just really, really felt good and really inspiring. It was good for me to speak mine. And it was also good to hear everybody else's. It like as people were talking, I was like singing and feeling it. Yeah, thanks, Dr. Barb. Yeah, that's my girl. And so today's Wipeout Wednesday is concerning, well, first of all, let me explain what Wipeout Wednesday is if you haven't been following. Wipeout Wednesdays is I come on around 11, 12 o'clock, depending on what time we finish self-talk, because self-talk is at 10. Hey, Kathy. And then I come on and I usually do about 15 to 30 minutes. And what Wipeout Wednesdays are centered around is I usually take an experience or something that usually has happened within my life within the week. Hey, Joanne, good to see you. I come on and I either based on that experience or whatever has happened, then I present it, I tell what had happened, and then I decide if it's something I want to fix, realign, or just totally wipe out of my space. And then I also say what I want to bring in. So, hey, beautiful. And so that's what this is. So, today's word is clutter. And I've done clutter before. It was a while back. But it has resurfaced and it's back in my space. So I'm going to deal with it. Or I'm dealing with it. So I've been going through, as I've been with the Anew Practice and doing the healing and discovering who I am and really defining who I am and what I want to be and how I want to function in the world, and releasing, hey, Christy, and releasing some of the things that just no longer serve me, and replacing it with things that I do want. So, going back to my childhood, some things that I didn't care for in my childhood, and sometimes didn't even realize that I didn't care for them. But yet they were still operating and controlling how I was functioning, how I'm functioning in the world today. So today's word is clutter. And where that came from in this space right now for me is I have been saying, I have been declaring that it's time for me to let go of some things that just don't serve me anymore. I was raised in a space and an environment that you don't give up stuff. Like you just keep, you don't give up. Hey, Dr. New. And so it's keeping the things, you're just holding on to them because that's what I was taught. Hold on to it, keep it, don't be wasteful, so on and so forth. But I've discovered that in my healing is that I'm holding on to some things and I am being wasteful because I'm not using them. I'm not using them to their capacity. At some time they may have served me, but now they don't. But I'm still holding on to them. So it's time for me to release some things in order to get some things, So that's what I'm doing. So I've been going through my house because I know, hey, Camilla, I know that I want to move. And what I mean by that is that when we got this house, we got it 14 years ago. And at that time, our children were small. Matter of fact, our baby boy was 1. And hey, Tandra, hey, Naya. So this house was perfect for us. It suited exactly what we needed, what we wanted, what we were desiring. This house, perfect. It answered all of those things. But since then, 2 of my sons are grown. My baby boy is 15. And we no longer need all of this space. Like there are spaces that we are just not using. Okay, Dr. New. It's no longer serving us. And so I had said, okay, Lynn, it's time for you to release this house. Now, I have been having a problem with releasing the house because also my husband passed 5.5 years ago. And when he passed, at that moment in time, I needed everything to stay exactly like it was. I needed everything to just kind of function just as it was, as close to as what it was, because that was my survival mechanism for getting through him passing. I needed things to stay just as they were. So even from an aspect of his clothes in the closet, I left them there. We shared an office. I left everything that was pertaining to his stuff in the office. I left it there. And people were trying to tell me, you need to get over it. You need to move on. We don't want you. And I'm like, I know, but I just need this time and this space to do that. Well, even in that, and so I don't have any regrets. I do not have any regrets on how I did it. I knew that was what was best for me and my sons. And so I'm fine with all of that. But then shortly after that, my mom moved in with me. And she moved in and she moved from California. So she brought, she shipped most of the things that she wanted to keep. She brought them here, which was, hey, Lavelle. And so, rightfully so. So I have her stuff. Well, then 2 years ago, my mom passed. And I kind of went into that same thing of, I don't want to rush giving away things. I need to just kind of keep things as is while I go through my healing. And so I have my mom's stuff. So now I have my husband's stuff. I have my mom's stuff. And on top of that, a year prior to my husband passing, my mother-in-law was planning to come and move here. So she shipped a ton of her stuff down here. So, and then she passed the year prior to my husband. So there again, more stuff. So I've gotten into this. The first time I did clutter, the word clutter, that was the first time that I had initially decided, okay, it's time for me to start going through some of my husband's stuff and releasing some things, donating some things, giving some things to the boys. I even went, so that was about 2 years ago, because when my oldest sons graduated, my husband used to wear plaid shirts. He had like these 4 plaid shirts that he wore all the time. And, but I was in that space of, okay, so do I give one shirt to each of them, and me keep one? Like, how are we going to do this? Well, I came up with an idea, and I cut the shirts made them handkerchiefs. And I gave a set of the handkerchiefs. So we all got a piece of each shirt. And so that was my way of that. But then, like the other things, my husband was a really heavy guy. And he had actually, before he passed, he had released a lot of weight. But I donated it because I knew, one, I'm not looking for my sons to be heavy. I'm not looking for them to be able to even wear that stuff. And now we have a keepsake, so it's okay for me to release that to someone else. So I donated it. So that's where I am in now again. I'm in this space of, it's time to clear. It's time to release. And so that's what I'm doing. And with that, though, has brought up those feelings of me, like I told you, like I was taught, don't waste stuff, don't give up stuff. You giving away stuff is you're being ungrateful and stuff like that. So I'm pushing through that, and I am releasing and donating things. And so in that, what I've discovered is, by me starting to initiate letting go of some of this stuff, my son did it. My sons have done it. So one day I was walking within the week, I walked past my youngest son's room. He had cleaned his whole room. Now, he had tons of stuff in there. It was cluttered just like everything else in the house. But he had cleared it out. Now, the thing for me that really was shocking and surprising was that I didn't even realize how cluttered my mind and just everything was, that I had adapted to that clutterness. So when I walked in his room after he cleaned it, I felt this like release, like it was like weight just lifted off. I just felt this like I could breathe. And I like that feeling. So him, because I had been talking about doing it, but I hadn't done it. But he actually took it a step further and did the action and cleared out his room. So when I went into his room and I felt that release and just that Zen feeling, I said, oh, shoot, I need to do this. I need to go into my room and the rest of this house and do it too. So that's what got me going and started. Now, and there have been different places and things that I've done where, yeah, I felt that, and that's, but I said, that's okay. Cherish the memory. I've even asked myself, am I keeping it because I'm going to use it? I'm going to use it if I'm going to use it. If I'm not, I'm going to donate it. If it's torn or broken, I'm going to throw it away. That is not me throwing away my husband, my mother-in-law, my mother, my children's old stuff or memories, because those are all here. Those are all here. I'm even working on redefining some of those things, those memories. Dr. Tiff, she comes on Fridays, Feel Good Fridays, so make sure you watch that. She comes on between 11 and 12 as well. But she was talking on Friday about her father and her father leaving and going to another state, and how it took her back to a space where she felt abandonment when her mom and dad had separated. But now that she's gone through the healing and redefined it, she realized that no, he's not leaving me. He left because that was just an unhappy situation. It wasn't serving for him anymore, but he didn't leave me. He just left the situation. And so it took me back to mine, where that happened with me. That happened with me and my father. My mom and dad divorced when I was 4. And I took it as abandonment. I didn't even realize I had taken it as abandonment, but I did. And so because I never addressed it it was running the show behind the scenes for different situations in my life. Once I've done this healing and gone back in and redefined it, I realize now, even just within this week, that my dad didn't leave me. He didn't leave my sister. He left the situation. He was not longer happy with my mom and his relationship. My mom was not even happy with the relationship anymore. And I can speak that and say that because during that last 2 years that my mom was alive and lived with me, she told me that yeah, I was just, at some point, I knew he was seeing someone else, but as long as he brought his check home and he was coming home every night and providing for the house, and you guys got to have your dad, I was fine with it. So she wasn't even happy in the situation. So that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm redefining. I'm going through, I'm releasing the things that don't serve me in this house, because I'm going to move, and I'm going to move into something that better suits me. And it's okay. I'm not leaving my kids without a home. I'm not leaving my husband. My husband is spirit, and he's going to be with me wherever I am. I could be in the shoebox. Now, I ain't saying I'm putting myself in the shoebox, but you get what I'm saying. It's like that thing of knowing that spirit is with me. It's not in the clothing. It's not in the things. Now, we cherish those things and we keep some, and that's good too. But yeah, some things that just don't serve me anymore, I'm letting go. Let's see. I saw Chrissy said, I so needed to hear this. I don't have house clutter, but a certain person that I just need to let go, girl. Yeah. It's not, you're right, Christy. It's not just physical material things. It's like, what in your emotions, what within yourself are you holding that just no longer serves you, that you're saying, I know this doesn't serve me anymore, but I need to let it go. But even if you're saying, I don't know how to let it go, then you need to get with us. And who's the us? The Anew Practice. And we have a website, www.doctanew.com. But I'm also a life coach, and on there are not tons, but we have a team. And so there's someone there that can fit what you're looking for, or who resonates with you, that can help you. So check it out, or you can come to me directly. And yeah, I'm here to coach. Dr. New said, Lynn is a great coach. Ashe, thank you. And even that, like, before, I wouldn't have even been able to say that or acknowledge myself. So this stuff is good. It's good. Self-talk, the Anew Practice just in general. But so that's what it is. That's what Wipeout Wednesdays is today. It's saying, what is it, either physical or within emotions, that you are just saying to yourself, it's just cluttering you. It's just cluttering you. And it's just keeping you from moving into your happy space, that you're saying, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. It's got to go. And I want to bring in what I want to bring in. And so that's what I'm doing. And even that, I love Mickey Mouse. Like, Disney, Mickey Mouse. Anybody who really knows me knows that I am a Mickey freak. But in my cleaning up of my mother's stuff, I found this shirt. so I put it on today. Now, just think, if I just would have kept on trying to just hold that stuff and not go through that stuff, that I wouldn't be enjoying this shirt right now. So yeah, so that's what it is. Let's see. I'm going to read some comments to say. Lavelle said, Ashe, 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 God is absolutely the best thing to do. Let it go. Yes, let it go. Dr. New says, you're watching the best person for you right now. Oh, thank you, Dr. New. Yes, I am. And Christy said, wow, thank you. Christy, you're welcome. This is what it's about. This is what I love doing this. For so long, I didn't share because I was afraid of somebody not validating or valuing what I have to say. And I'm releasing that clutter. And so this is a part of that release, me coming on here and sharing each week. I'm going to start doing it more, and just getting into that vibration, because this is what I love to do. I love doing this. I love seeing people, watching people, myself, break those chains and just let go of that stuff that just not serving you anymore, just not serving you, and let in what will serve you. And so that's what I'm doing. I cleaned out the laundry room. I had a stack of stuff on the top of my laundry room, in my laundry room. And I just started going through it. And now I walk in there and I just feel this peace. Like I feel like, oh, when I walk in the laundry room. So that's even pumping me to say, well, if you feel good in there, you feel good in your room, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep clearing out more. And so that's what it is. That's what this is about. It's just letting go of things that just don't serve you anymore. And the word of today is clutter. What are you allowing, either physically or mentally or emotionally, that is just, you are just letting it sit there and just weigh you down? And you're saying, I'm not doing this anymore. I need this to go and I'm ready to release it. Then check us out. Check us out. And get with one of us today at 2:00, and look on my page. Like anything I'm saying right now, because I may forget the details, but it's saved on my page. So if you look on my page, you'll find it. But today at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time, Dr. New's coming on a radio station. And I can't, 96.7, I believe. But like I said, don't quote me because it's on my page and you can look. And she's going to be talking about Wounded by God. We recorded it yesterday, I think, but watch it. It's really good. It's really good. And it'll give you an idea of who we are and what we're out here doing. So yeah, that's pretty much, like I said, I come on Wednesdays. We have someone every day, Monday through Friday, a practitioner or ambassador. I believe soon it'll be, other people as well. But currently, Monday through Friday, there is on Mondays at around 11 o'clock, there's Dr. Wendy Wynn. She does Motivational Monday. She gets you pumped and ready for the week. And she is a master on beauty, self-care, just kind of getting in there and loving yourself. She's going to be she gives great tips on how to love yourself and that beauty, and I love at the end of hers, every time she says, just hug yourself. Just hug yourself. Just love you. So watch that. On Tuesdays, we have Ambassador Mary, and she comes on and she has cards, and she uses to communicate with your soul. And she delivers messages to you through her cards. And it's really good and beautiful. And, so make sure on Tuesdays. And then it's Wednesdays. We do Wipeout Wednesday, where we take a word, phrase, something that's probably happened in my life, and I talk about it and how I either have or I'm working on removing it and what I'm replacing it with. On Thursdays, we have Dr. Anu, and she's what I call our wild card. And I call it a wild card because you never know what you're going to get, but you always get something amazing, like thought-provoking and just encouraging. And then on Fridays, we have Dr. Tiff. She's actually Dr. Tiffany, but I just love calling her Dr. Tiff. And she does a Feel Good Fridays. And like I said, even last week's one made me journey in to readdress my abandonment issues when my father and my mom divorced. And so she walks you through an experience and helps you to get to your happy space. So check us out. We're here running, and the goal is that, this thing is going to get where someone will be on 24/7, and it's an amazing thing. But for anybody who came in late, hey Mary, anyone who came in late, this is on my page, and you can go back and watch the replay. But even in the replay, share what is something that you give yourself time to think about, something that's been cluttering you. Love you too. Anything that's been cluttering you. Hey, Amy. And you're just tired, and you just go, I'm just tired of this. I want to get rid of it. I want to feel better. That's my thing. Feel better. Freedom without fear, and just being happy. So that's what I'm working on. Mine is, and I may come back next week with this one, because this is a deep one for me. But I'm going to, I'm going to continue with this clutter, and I'm going to continue releasing it and letting it go, so that I can welcome in something else that's now working for my new state of mind. No shame, no guilt on what was, because that was good for me at that time. But right now, as I am evolving, as I am changing, some of that stuff is not working for me anymore. This house is not working for me anymore, because it's more a house than what I need. So I'm going to release it. And will there be some tears shedded? Absolutely. Will there be some, what am I trying to say? Some times where I will miss being in this house? Absolutely. But I feel good, and I know that it's time. So again, if it's something and you can think of, clutter, share, and also share the video. It's free. This may help someone else that and if they're struggling with trying to release and let go, and they need assistance in doing that, or do the walkthrough, they're ready to do the work, share the video. Like, you can help somebody else. Let's see. Before I leave, I'm going to read the comments. Dr. Nisses, make sure you guys follow Lynn so you don't miss her lives. Yes, I'm going to start coming on more. That's part of me getting better and speaking up and being comfortable. So yes. Thanks, Dr. New. Mary said, I will be watching the replay, sweetheart. Meds got me. Said, yes, get some rest, Mary. Yeah, Mary, one of our tribe. She's Ambassador Mary, who I was mentioning for Tuesdays. She had a fall. So she's in recovery. So sending you love. And hey, Amy. And thanks, Mary. She said, you got this. Yeah. This is before I leave. Like I said, yeah, I can't say enough about the new practice, because of the fact that a year ago, I would not have been willing to do what I'm doing right now. And this is something that was in me that I wanted to do. I've written a book. I've published a children's book, my first. I'm saying my first because that's not the last. And it became a bestseller on Amazon. It made me a best-selling author on Amazon. So if, like I said, if you're in that space of where you're just saying, I want more, like it's more to this thing than just struggling and just making it by. I'm a life coach. Like I said, check out the Anu practice, www.doctanu.com. Because like I said, I wouldn't have been doing this. I would not have been doing this. And I love assisting. I love watching. It's such a sacred space where there's no judgment. People are there to just assist and help one another. I'm just so honored and grateful that Dr. Anu, that she's followed her soul and even started all of this, because it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So yeah, so that's what it is. I did mention last week that I'm looking to start a healing circle around mothers, and what it is, it's not a healing circle or a group that, thank you, Mary, for posting that, the link for the website. It's not going to be, it's not a space where we're coming together just to bash or talk about what our mothers did wrong or anything, but it is a space for us who honor our mothers and would never want to say anything was wrong, but yet there just were some things that just were not done to assist us in the way that we needed to be assisted. And so because of that, we've been holding things in and not being able to get to our healing because for fear of dishonoring our parents, our mothers. So I'm wanting to form a group, like six to 8 people, where we can come together once a week for a month, 1 day a week, for at least an hour to an hour and a half, and we just do the walkthrough. You'll be in a safe space. It will not be on Facebook. It'll be in Zoom, and so we can come together and we can discuss those things that we feel have been holding us back. There's a lot. I love my mother. I love her, and I know that she was the best mother for me. But there were also some things that I would have liked to have been done differently or better. And because of that, it hindered me in some areas. But it's not hindering me now because I found this safe space where I could express those without judgment, without somebody thinking, how you gonna talk about your mother? She did the best she could. Because it's not about that. It's not about bashing. It's not about shining her in a bad light, but it is allowing me to speak my truth so that I can get to my healing. So if you're interested in that, let me know, send me a message, and I would love to really get that going. There will be a fee. It'll be $200 for the month. And like I said, we will come together once a week. We'll determine which day works best for all of us. I'm Eastern Standard Time, but anybody, because it's like I said, it'll be on Zoom. It's not something in person. And we'll just come together and go through the healing to get to our healing in a safe space. So if you're interested, like I said, let me know. And yeah, we will get this thing going. And the word of the day again was clutter. What does that mean to you? And if you have some areas in your life that you want to declutter, share. I'll be back next week. Maybe again, clutter, or it may be another word, but definitely we'll be back next week. Hope to see you tomorrow in self-talk at 10 o'clock with the new practice. I always share the link and the information when we start. So if you're ever wanting to come in, hit that button and come on in. And you don't have to look for a whole year. I just watched. I was there faithfully every day, but I did not say a word. So, but I was always gaining and learning and getting something out of it. So it's not a thing of just because you come in, you have to say something. No, you can come in and be just silent and just listen and observe. You're still going to get a whole lot out of it. I promise you that. You'll still get out. Well, I won't say promise. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to get it. That's what I'm saying. If you're not looking for it, you won't get it. So there it is. So not saying promise, it's still determined on what you're looking for and what you want, but it definitely is there and available to you. So hope to see you tomorrow on Self-Talk at 10 o'clock. And I'll see you next week for Wipeout Wednesdays. Love you and have an amazing day and amazing week. Bye.